The next option we are going to work is building path. Building path is a very important element, as you can see and read, because any project which we are working, we are supposed to have foundation, a structure, columns, so on. Excavation action supposed to happen. So for building your project, making your project in a right way, we can use the building path to create that path. How it can work, we just need to click your building path, and then the setting is the same. Mostly we are going to here have the high offset from level, and the level is ground floor, of course, so we are going to have high offset from level. High offset level, we are going to look at that later because we need one creation. We are just going to create one building path here. And one note, in one setting you cannot create two building paths. For example, if you create one building path here and click OK, it will work because they are inside of each other. But for example, if you are going to create one element in a different place, like here, it's not going to work. It will give you the error. I can just create one single path for you right now, and we will say okay, no problem, we are just going to create this one. After you create your building path, we are going to look at that. As you see, it's in the base offset 0 0 because our landscape is look like this and our building path is in ground floor and it's coming up. If we want to change the, for example, the offset high offset, you can click on your path here, or you can click it from your 3D here. By choosing that, you can change the high offset from level. For example, bring it up 1 meter for me, as you see, or I'm going to create 15 centimeter. So it is usually working like this. And also we can go to choose it, and we are going to have one more setting. By edit boundary, we can use the option of a slope arrow. As you see in the picture, by drawing your slope arrow, you are going to create a, for example, the annotation which help your building path will rise up or have a like an arrow or a slope. By creating your slope, we are going to say okay, and we are going to see. So as you see, your path will be like this. If you create your, for example, your arrow from this direction to this direction, from right to left, it will be work like this, or left to right, it can work like that. It will the head of the arrow will go down. So it depends on your project and you can use it. For example, you are going to design a pool, and the pool has a like a slope, so you can use this slope arrow simply. And we are going to delete it because we don't need it here. We will go back here to create one more building path. To review, we are going to create our building path again with a high offset of 2.5 because we are going to create it in a highest point. And like here, we are going to create our own building path like this and click OK. So as you see, we created our building path here. The note which I want to mention right now, you can even create your building path above your topo surface by clicking on that at the value of 550, or it's so high, just 3.5, let's see, 3.5 or 4. So our building path will be above 2. You might have the project which you're building placed on top of the, for example, building path. It has a different level. And it's a very creative and situation and project. It depends on your structure, it depends on the texture of your surface, your earth, and it depends on so many analyses which different for example landscape designer supposed to do, and so on. You might have your project above of your main surface, and we are going to create it and have a better view from our landscape. For example, this box as an example, it can be pool, and this box our main project will be built. We are going to create a one, for example, creation example. And here, for example, it's our road, asphalt road. Here we are going to have trees, and we are going to have for example front yard, and we can use the here site component. If you go to the site component directly from your massing and site, you are going to directly access to the trees which the default uh, Revit default provide for you. You do not need to change any elevation from level, because we are working on a right level. We are going to edit type. Here in edit type we will have identity data. Identity data render appearance. When you are clicking on your render appearance, you can choose different type of render appearance. For example, I will choose red oak, and okay, and okay. In the setting, in the edit type, we are not going to have so many options to work on. Identity data include website, cost, and so on. And we are going to have dimensions high, which usually we use the original one because we don't want to distract the situation of the modeling. So we just click OK, and we are going to create some tree here. And even we can go create one bigger, for example here, and somewhere like here, and we are going to 3D view. We will see. So far we work with a split surface, we work with a subregion and building path, how to create our surface with a different elevation, our main surface I mean, how to change the material for them, how to place our tree. Some basic information which is very important. In the next video we are going to work on some modifier.